Good morning, everyone. It is early morning here, and I am just putting on a nice sweater because it's cold. It's about 8 a.m. here on October 31st. We are Halloween day, and it is Sunday morning. Oh, I love a good comfy cardigan. I am just wearing I just literally just put it on. This is my Easy Eyelet Yoke cardigan by Knititude. I knit this out of Knit Picks Twill. This is the Sea Salt Heather colorway, which I absolutely love. And it is so comfy cozy, and the drape is amazing. The only thing I think I'd like would be some sort of like clip. I have a hair clip here. I wonder if that would be, if this would like work. You know what? It sort of does for right now. Move you back here a little bit. I am so excited to be coming to you guys this morning. This is going to be a little bit more of a relaxed podcast because, like I mentioned, it is 8 a.m. here in the morning. I've just had my first cup of coffee and I am ready to go. I wanted to record a podcast earlier this week, and I actually did. I recorded a full podcast, but there was something that went wrong with my sound and the video was not usable. I recorded, I want to say, on Thursday or Friday. But that is okay because I am here. I sent my husband with the girls in the basement to watch a little movie and giving me the upstairs a little bit more quiet this morning. You can find me both on Instagram as Julianne Knitter. I will link everything I talk about down below this video. I have some finished objects. I have a new pattern coming out tomorrow, which is November 1st, which is ridiculous. We're already in November. I can't believe it. I've done a ton of progress on the projects that I have. I just can't wait to share everything with you all. So grab your beverage of choice in knitting and let's dive right into what I've been working on. I already shared with you guys what I have. I know this might look weird, but if I put my hair in front of it, it looks like normal. Oh, the things that you do. I really love this cardigan, but I do find sometimes cardigans just are too open, if that makes any sense. So this one, she does not have any buttons, and I absolutely love the cardigan. I love the way that it fits, everything about it. It's just when I wet blocked it, I found that the collar here is getting too heavy, and it's kind of bringing it down. So I think that that is why I might want to put a button and use one of these beautiful eyelets to bring it in. So I think that's what I'm going to end up doing, is sewing in a button here and or actually put a button there and then bring it in into one of the eyelets to kind of make my own buttonhole. And I think that this way for me would be more usable because I don't like when something is too open and kind of flopping open. So I think that way, if I would be able to do that, it would be much more wearable, more comfortable, and a little warmer. So I think that's what I'm going to end up doing, is putting a button and just kind of making my own. I'll first measure where I would like the button to be, approximately like where my comfort would be. So I'll probably put it about here. And then depending on the day, I can either, bring it more or less and have it be there. So that is what I am wearing. And I used, like I mentioned, Knit Picks Twill, which is a worsted weight. This is in the Sea Salt Heather colorway. I absolutely loved working with twill. It is a beautiful yarn. It's crazy soft. One of my favorite yarns from Knit Picks. And it is 149 yards per 100 grams, and it is 100% superwash merino wool, which, because I wet blocked it, superwash does stretch out, which was completely normal and expected. But I love it. This is definitely, I had to get After I finished this sweater, I grabbed another sweater quantity because I needed to have another sweater quantity of twill. I'm gonna bring my chair down, I'm noticing. There we go, a little bit better. My head was cutting off, but yeah, I really love Knit Picks twill. All right, so first for admin things, I wanted to mention a few things. We have a knit along going on in our Patreon group, which is the Halloween knit along, which is ending today. I've knit one pair of socks and I'm currently on my second one. Hopefully that will be done today because they are Halloween socks and we are Halloween day. But I did say that I wanted to wear them on Halloween night, which I'm gonna finish them because I have about a few little inches, you'll see later, and get that done. Also, we are going to be having a brand new knit along for the Patreon group, which is going to be a holiday knit along. That is going to be consisting of anything that you consider a holiday knit. It could be gift knitting, it could be anything. So all of those details are going to be in the Patreon group in the next few days. I will be uploading that and all of the details of the knit along. For any type of knit alongs, all patron members are eligible to enter and have fun and join the knit alongs. If you want more of the upper tiers, that you get more exclusive content, free patterns, recipes, all of that is more of the upper tiers. But the first tier, if you just want to come and join in some knit alongs and chatter, you are more than welcome to come and join that. We would love to have you. Every single person is always welcome in my Patreon group. The second one is our Dishie Dimanche, which I have failed horribly at and will fully take responsibility for that. It is a year-long knit-along that we are knitting dishcloths. We have a thread going on in the Ravelry group, which is linked below. I actually cast on a new dishcloth this week, which I'm very proud of. I have not cast on a dishcloth, I think, since like May, and we are October. It was time. It was time that I cast on a dishcloth, but I just find that dishcloths are really nice and relaxing. And if you would like to join in, there's no amount, there's no nothing. We're just knitting dishcloths, any pattern, any yarn. And I think that dishcloths are an amazing gift knit. So if you're looking for, you know, some fast gift knitting, definitely head on over to the Ravelry group, join in to the Dishie Dimanche. The last thing on admin, you may have noticed if you went to my website that you can no longer purchase any patterns. I had to remove the patterns off of my website after speaking with my accountant because of the VAT, which is the European tax. That is extremely complicated when you're doing your own platform with Shopify. Since I am not shipping out physical content, I cannot restrict where and who I am selling the product to. If you are shipping out physical products, you can limit who is actually being shipped to, but since patterns are a PDF and it just goes electronically, there is no way for me to be able to restrict who can and can't purchase my patterns. With that being said, the VAT European tax is so complicated because Shopify does not do that for you. They rely on the business owner for you to register in every single European country that you are selling product to. You have to register each and every single one of them. They all have different tax brackets. They all have different information. And neither me, my accountant, or the people that she's spoken to understand the process fully to be able to confidently go and continue that. So I put a hold on it until we can understand it better. For the near future, you will not be seeing any patterns on my website. I know it's disappointing, and trust me, I worked so hard on putting all of those patterns in all of those hours. Believe me when I say that I'm extremely upset as well and disappointed as you guys, but please understand that this isn't me just deciding to take them off of my website. I'm doing this for tax and legal purposes because I can't just select US, Canada, or other countries. It has to be either open or not at all. So I really appreciate your understanding of that. If you're looking for patterns off of Ravelry, I do have some on the Knit Picks website as well as Lovecraft. So you can definitely go on those. If I don't have Lovecraft linked below, I will link it below, but you can purchase my patterns over there. The only downside with Lovecraft and Knit Picks, I am not in charge of having sales. I cannot put my patterns on sale there. So if you're looking for specific sales that I am doing, that would be my personal Ravelry group because I have control over that. If you have any questions, please list them below. But again, I ask you to be very understanding of this. It is not something I was looking, I was thinking of doing after a few months of opening my shop, but I have to be realistic on what is plausible for me and not. And right now, that is where I'm at. The other thing I wanted to mention is we actually had a pattern release out this week. The first pattern that was released is my Autumn Crush hat. This hat is now available in Ravelry as well as Lovecraft. Today is October 31st. I've had a month-long sale in my shop because I'm turning 30. I turned 30 on the 27th of October, which thank you so much to every single person who wished me happy birthday. I think that, no, I know that this was the biggest, like the most people wishing me happy birthday ever. You guys really, really made it so special, and I just want to say humongous thank you. So for the entire month of October, I had a sale in my shop, turning 30. I sent it a few times out on my newsletter, mentioned it on the podcast, as well as posted it all over Instagram. So I apologize if you're seeing this and didn't get a chance. Definitely sign up for my newsletter, which is linked below, and you won't miss out on any pattern purchase or pattern sales or releases. But this one I designed out of less traveled yarns on her Arcadia DK weight base, which is 100% merino. The main color is barley. This one is obsidian. The dark red is merlot, and the light pink is blushing botanist. It starts out with these beautiful cables on the bottom for ribbing and then goes into this fun colorwork portion. The cables resembled my Autumn Crush socks. It's the exact same, so that's why I call these my Autumn Crush hat. I love these so much. I will put it on for you. I'll take off my glasses because I find hat, if you guys are with me, I find hat and wearing glasses are just so difficult. But yes, you can grab this pattern right now in my Ravelry shop, and the other one. I just absolutely love it. I think it fits amazing. I did the adult small for my head. I always do. And I love it. You also have two different options for the bind off. The crown decreases. You have one option that's more of a tighter fitting beanie, and this option is more of a slouchy fit, so it's not as tight. I love it. This pattern is out now. Tomorrow is November 1st, and I am releasing, don't think I'm going to be putting up this podcast today, but if I do, well, then you get a full sneak peek. Tomorrow is going to be the second pair of socks in the Coffee House Sock Club. This is a 3-month-long club that I am doing with some amazing makers, and October 1st, November 1st, and December 1st, you will get a brand new sock knitting pattern, all inspired by coffee, which I love. In this theme, we are doing a barista theme, which is super fun. And if you don't want to see, look away. I'm warning you. But this is the new sock pattern that is coming out tomorrow. This one was designed with 100 gram for the main color and a 20 gram mini. It has this amazing dark espresso brown and then this fun. My mind is blanking this morning on the name. I completely forget. But this is the pattern in the front. Really fun texture cables. I wanted this collection to kind of have everything. The first one was simple with colorwork. This one is textures and cables. I really wanted this collection to feel fun and adventurous. This pattern is very simple. This is very, very simple to do. Instructions are always both charted and written out. So depending on which you prefer, I have both in the pattern. They are designed top down, knit on 2.25 millimeter needle. This one has a 2x2 ribbing and then a heel flap and gusset. I've also included in the pattern collection my instructions for my different heel types. So with the pattern collection, you will get 3 different heels, which is the German short row heel, afterthought heel, and heel flap and gusset. There we go. Absolutely beautiful. This was knit in Thinks Created Equal. She designed the sock sets for all 3 of the pattern. And I'm 100% blanking on the name. The first one was Cafe Mocha. Not even gonna try. Americano. Americano. There we go. I'm pretty sure. I think so. It's Americano sock set. Yay! I love these so much. This one is all done and coming out tomorrow. I have so much to share. I love it. The next finished object, I am actually doing a call out for test knitters right now. I will put the Google forum link. I do want to mention, oh, turn on my screen and that is purple. For me. There we go. This one was a pattern that I actually finished earlier this year in January, February, but I had so many other patterns going on at the same time that it just wasn't a good time for me to release it. This pattern is going to be coming out November 18th, and it's called Family Marled Hat. This is a hat pattern that I have designed out of Knit Picks yarn, and it is holding 2 colorways double. The colorways that I used for this, it is in Knit Picks Stroll Tweed. I use the Dalmation and North Sea Heather. You need 1 ball of the 50 grams each for a full hat. The reason I'm calling this the Family Marled Hat is because this particular exact sample that I knit is in the adult small. Fits my husband like a tight beanie, fits me with some slouch, and it fits the girls who are going to be turning 4 years old. If I can remember, I'm going to put photos of the girls, but I am going to be putting them in the pattern because they are so stinking adorable. I know they're my children, but they're stinking adorable. And they stole the hat, and I found that, you know what? It fit them. Like, it was very slouchy, but I do believe that this would be something that could grow with them. So I did decide at the end for this pattern to include different sizes. This hat pattern is going to be very unique. You cast on, for the different sizes, you cast on the same amount of stitches for all of the sizes. And then what you do is you are going to do different ribbing lengths and different lengths of here. It's super interesting and different because the circumference is going to be the same for everyone's head. And you're going to be like, well, Julie, that makes absolutely no sense. I understand that makes no sense, but it's supposed to be a hat for everybody, depending on the length that you knit it. And it's also going to be great for people who want to do any charity knitting or donation knitting. I would highly recommend the adult small, which is the size. And you see, like, it stretches to anyone's head. I absolutely love that because you have such a thick amount of ribbing. So it's very simple for that. The test knit call, I'm going to be closing it up in a few days, and like I mentioned, this hat pattern is going to be coming out live on November 18th. So definitely look out for that one if you're interested. Okay, the last finished object, I have been a busy bee, is the Halloween pair of socks for my husband. The last podcast, I had finished one, and I was just starting this one. I finished this for today, which is my husband's Halloween socks. He's going to be wearing these tonight. I knit these out of Hobbii yarn. This is their unicorn speckled colorway in the number colorway 5, which is Hopeful. This one is in the unicorn solid in 25, which is army green. And this is in the number 4, which is black in their solids. I knit these top down, a short row heel with my regular toe. I knit these double stranded and almost use every single ounce of this color, which I love when that happens. I think that it's great. I'm going to put my glasses on. I think that it's great when that happens, when you use up almost the entire sock yarn, because it feels good. When you get that sock yarn and you use it almost up, like I only have like a little nugget left. It's amazing. I knit these using either my Perfect DK or worsted weight sock pattern. I have my Ravelry project page linked below. But yes, I absolutely love these socks. I knit them on a US 5. Yeah. All the details, if I missed anything, are in my Ravelry project page that I will link below. But I really love how they turned out. And I'm happy that they're done for Halloween. That was my planning, my goal, and I'm very, very, very happy that I was actually able to do that. So we had this podcast, 1, 2, 3, 4 finished objects. And we still have a ton more knitting to go. All right. The next work in progress that I'm working on that I did a ton of knitting, and you are going to be so proud of me, is my Vaka cardigan. This is a test knit that I'm doing for Anna Joanna. And, oh, my silly computer. I am doing for Anna Joanna, and I am using for the main color, it uses 2 colors of one fingering weight and 1 mohair. I've talked about this from every single podcast, but it's Stroll, Tweed, Knit Picks Stroll in Dove Heather. Knit Picks Aloft, which is their mohair base, in Carbon. Also want to mention my nails. I do get questions. These are actually the gel nails, like they're gel nail strips from Artify Nails. I am newly obsessed with the gel ones. It's amazing. I'll put my affiliate link below in the coupon code if you want it. Oh my god. I mean, come on. Feels like I went to the salon and I didn't. Yeah, so I picked it up. And you guys, look at this. I finished the body. Aren't you? I mean, I am so proud of myself. The last podcast, I was about here, I want to say on this, and I finished all of it. And the ribbing. I put it aside again because what I am doing is I'm working on the other projects that are more up for the deadline. For like an example, my Halloween socks, that I wanted to finish, but this one is due December 31st. And I absolutely love it. I'm using a US 4 for the ribbing and a US 6 for the body. And I just love how it's working out. I love the colors. I love these 2 bases together. I just really, really love it. I also have a Ravelry project page for this. I'm making no modifications. I'm knitting the pattern to the T, and I'm making size medium 1. I love that the ribbing, you hold the yarn double. Super cute touch. So next I'll need to pick up the collar here all the way down. I think she has button bands. I think so. And then it'll be the sleeves. That will be on my to-do list after I finish a few things. I put up, oh, and my bucket from Jenna Rose. I put up a YouTube video on my channel going through my 2021 goals. These are knitting goals that I'm wanting to do by the end of the year, and I go through all of them, kind of my thought process, what is my priority versus other things. So if you're interested in that, I will put it down below, linked below. It's a really fun episode, or it's not really an episode, it's more like a vlog style, where I chat about some of the projects that I have, and all of that. So that's really fun. I thought it was fun. I think you really enjoyed it. All right, the next work in progress, you saw last time, it wasn't on needles, but now it is. The last podcast I was wanting to cast on, these are my Halloween socks that need to be done today. This is in my Hobbii crossbody bag. Really love this. I'll link it below as well. I think it's amazing, and also has like a drawstring in the inside. Super adorable and fun. I finished the first one. The last podcast, I wasn't even done the first one. I was about here. I picked up, finished the first one. I'm using Knit Picks Stroll Tweed Held Double in the Persimmons Heather and Wellies Heather. I did a short row heel with my normal toe. Ooh, fluff. I actually have a blog post up on my site right now with the full recipe as a free pattern for you. So if you want to go and check that out, definitely go to my website. I'll link it below. And you can go and see everything that I did for this, all the instructions for free, as a fun collab with Knit Picks. I really love it. And the second one, you guys, I'm on the foot. I'm almost there. I'm almost there. I'm knitting this on my Knit Picks Prism US 5. Really, really love the Prism interchangeable needle set. And same thing. So I did a 2x2 rib, cuff down, all the same. I have about, I would say, 2.5 inches maybe. I don't even know if I have that until I start the toe. So this will be done this morning. And I'm just really excited to have these and wear them. I tried the first one on, fits perfectly. So by tonight, me and my husband are both gonna have some fun Halloween socks for Halloween night. I've never done that before, and I'm totally doing that for Christmas night. It's gonna be fun. Or Christmas Eve. What if I did an, oh my God, Julie, don't even. I was like, what if I were to do a pair for Christmas Eve and then another pair for Christmas Day? Too many ideas, not enough time. This is the Wellies Heather. It's a beautiful black. And then this is the Persimmons Heather, which is the perfect orange. Just amazing. Like I said, this will be done today, this morning. The next work in progress, I've been doing some work here and there, is in my Mrs. Cassiopeia K bag. This is my test knit that I'm doing for my friend Sylvia of Camellia Fiber Company. This is a brand new pattern that is going to be coming out on Black Friday, so definitely check out her shop for this pattern. I originally wanted to have it done by October 31st, and I contacted Sylvia and she told me that it was coming out on Black Friday. So I knew I had a little bit more time, but I am doing, this is a full colorwork cowl. The last time we spoke, I was midway through this section. I finished a whole other almost two sections. And I really love how this is working up. I'm using Sylvia's Sport Weight base in her Moonflower, which is the white, and Chicory, which is this blue. It's the white Moonflower. And this one is Chicory. I'm knitting this on my Knit Picks Prism interchangeable needle set on a US 4. I really love it. A quick tip if you are new to colorwork, I always put, for the repeats, I put some light bulb stitch markers, and this helps me for each repeat. If I do a mistake, I know exactly where it is, and if ever I put my knitting down, I know exactly when I pick it up where I am at. The only thing I will mention is that what I like to do is I like to put my beginning of round very different. So this is an hexagon for my beginning of round, and all of my colorwork repeats are light bulb stitch markers, which makes me, I know that when I come to this hexagon, that's my beginning of round, and when the other ones are all colorwork. So I think that that's a great way if you're doing cables, colorwork, very textured pattern that has repeats. Definitely use some fun stitch markers, even if it doesn't say so in the pattern. That can really help you avoid mistakes in the future. So that bag, I'm going to be working on this a lot. Hopefully by the next podcast, this cowl will be completely done. The next project is my Stephen West Mystery Knit Along. Now, he just released Clue 4, so all the clues are out. I am still on Clue 1. That is okay, because I've been knitting a ton. I'm not stressed. This was not something that I was trying to finish, like, I need to finish by October 31st. There's no way. But I will say, I saw Clue 4, and I'm not crazy for it. I do not like the border that he did, so I know I'll be doing something different. I just do not know if I'll be doing that exact border. Now, look away if you don't want to see, but like I mentioned, I'm on Clue 1, so I'm very far, very behind. The colors that I'm using, the main color for the contrast is Pineapple Yarns in Seagull's Attack. The colorway B I'm using is Sweet Skein of Mine in her Hike. I'm using Laura Campfiber Yarns in Tiramisu. Laura Campfiber Yarns in Dark Tiramisu. Laura of Campfiber Yarns on her singles in a no-name beautiful black. Then I also decided to add in Laura of Campfiber Yarns in her Surrey base in the colorway Elder. By the way, just putting this out there, this needs to be a no frills pullover. This is Tiramisu and this is Elder. How insanely gorgeous would this be? I want this so bad. It would be stunning and totally me. I love it. So yes, look away if you do not want to see, but like I mentioned, I'm very behind. I'm currently on the loops and I decided to do them out of Surrey. This is where I am at. I am almost done the loops and I decided to do all of my loops out of Surrey, which I am super happy that I decided to do that. I think it's so much fun and I love how my colors are working up together. I love it. And I am here. So I'm working on my loops. I love that it looks more complicated than it actually is. At first I wasn't sure if I'd be able to do the loops in the Surrey, but I have no problem. So much fun. If you were looking away, you can look back now. Yeah, so this is something that I know I'm going to be bringing into the new year. I'm okay with that. It's something that I'm enjoying the process of. I don't want to rush it, and I just enjoy knitting on it from here and there. So absolutely love it. And this is in a Stephen and Penelope bag that I got for the knit along. The last work in progress that I'm working on is a small dishcloth. This dishcloth I decided to cast on out of Knit Picks. I don't have the tag, but something tells me it's Dandelion. I don't know if it's Dandelion. I don't know. I don't have the tag. And it came undone, so I'm just twirling this at the same time. For all of my dishcloths, I knit them on a US 8, and I am knitting the Grandma's Favorite dishcloth. I will link it below, and it's just a free pattern over on Ravelry. On Ravelry, the pattern isn't there anymore, but there's a link to the website that you can go and visit. When I say I just cast on, I literally just cast this on. This is my knitting at night for when I'm trying to put the girls down and I need something a little mindless. I just decided to cast it on. So you knit from one point and you go to the other. I do a knit front and back instead of the yarn overs because I don't like the little holes here. I love the multicolored because it's just so much fun. I thought I was going to do different types of patterns this year for my dishcloths, but I really just enjoy a mindless dishcloth. And I think that especially when you're picking up a dishcloth, it's not something you want to focus too much attention on. It's more something in the middle of projects and just a really nice, relaxing knit. I have this in my Tangle Stitch shop bag that I bought a few years ago. I love it. It's super cute. That is everything that I'm working on and all of my works in progress. We're going to dive right into my acquisitions. I just have a little bit of that. The first package that arrived is from my friend Laura of Campfiber Yarns. And she came out with a three brand new Christmas colorways. This one stole my heart. This one, she is calling it Merry Grinchmas on her Vibrant 80/20. And she has this lime green as a mini, which I need as well. But this one is in her shop right now. I love it so much. It is really fun, and I love how different it is. It's Christmassy without being too Christmassy. Don't get me wrong, I love Christmas colors, but this one is stunning. So she released 3 brand new Christmas colorways, Pine Needle, Cranberry something, and then Merry Grinchmas. This is on her Vibrant 80/20. This one also is a one-of-a-kind on her Vibrant 80/20 that she sent my way. This one is not in her shop. And while I was video chatting with Laura the other day, I was like, I saw this beautiful skein of Surrey behind her, and I'm like, oh my god, I need that. What is that? And I originally thought I was going to put it in my shawl. Now I'm not sure because I really love the Elder, but this one is called Pop Rocks on her Surrey, which is 74% baby alpaca, 26% silk. Just stunning. I love these. And she also sent me some stitch stoppers to go along with it. These are really fun. You put them at the end of your needles so you make sure that your work doesn't go anywhere. You cannot have too many of these. And the last thing that arrived in the mail was a order from the Wool Baron. I ordered some of her 50-gram skeins. This is on her Sturdy Sock, which is a 75/25 superwash merino nylon, 231 yards. I ordered 2 different colors. This one is her Here for the Boo, which is a Halloween inspired self-striping. Now you may ask, why did I only order 50 grams? I find it's more affordable. As well, what I'll be doing is using a fun tonal for the heels, toes, and cuffs, which will give me more than enough for a pair of socks. And this one is called Blitzen, which is a fun Christmas colorway. So yeah, these 2 arrived in the mail this week. And that is everything that I have been working on, everything that I got in the mail. Not too much is going on right now. The girls are still absolutely loving pre-K, which makes us so happy that they actually don't want to come home. They love it so much. They just, yeah, they have a blast there. They come home with so many little decorations, crafts, and we are going to be shopping soon for some Christmas decorations, having our Christmas tree up. We usually put it in mid-November, so that is going to be really fun. We're going to go and shop maybe today or tomorrow for some fun ornaments and just really have fun as a family. I do not know if we will be trick-or-treating today because it is announcing a full-on downpour with high winds, and that is not really something that I want to bring out my children walking up and down the street. We are going to be doing a Halloween trick-or-treat hunt in the house. We will be having, I bought little tiny things at the dollar store and I packaged them up so they have little, not all chocolates, and I will dress them up in their little Halloween costumes and they can go and look for those. That is going to be a lot of fun. But I just want to say a huge thank you to everybody who has watched the podcast all the way to the end, and I hope you enjoy, and if you do, make sure you like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. As always, you guys, happy knitting, and until next time.